Hello, guys. It is me, Train Lover 1974, or TL 1974 for short, or TL. And today, welcome to my eighth live stream. I was not suspecting to do this today, but I decided screw it. I got nothing to do, so here we go. We got a live stream. Today we are going to continue from what we did yesterday. We're going to react to a few movies. I'll answer any questions you guys might have. So if you guys have any questions about me or my channel, go ahead, give me some questions. I don't mind. And hello, Donald and Douglas fan. Nice to see you're in the chat today. Congratulations. Congratulations, Donald and Douglas. Alright, let's get to the thing. Right. Hello, Duck and Oliver. It's good to see you're here too. Alright, let's get to this movie. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Wait a minute. Make sure volume's up. I don't know. You could do whatever you want. 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, head of the Northwestern Railway, Sir Richard Topham Hatt. Good morning. I can only say that after hearing the shocking news in the trial, I am very alarmed. Never in the history of this railway has someone orchestrated such evil. We currently do not know who the culprit is, but let me tell you that this very minute we are searching for him. They will not get away with this. My only guess is that these acts were attempts to slander the railway and get me booted out. They were orchestrated to appear as accidents caused by negligence, but they couldn't fool us. These acts were nothing more than sabotage and terrorism, and we will not back down. We will capture the individuals responsible.
No idea. Just depends on me.
The full fight of justice. As for the valuable passengers travelling on the railway, all operations will continue to run as normal. However, I will advise you to be cautious and aware. If you see anything suspicious, report it. That way, we can all together catch these phantom saboteurs. Thank you. I don't bloody believe it. Our railway is under attack.
I remember when
Like I said, Donald Douglas, congratulations.
trying to steal gunpowder practically hijacked me. Fortunately, they were all sent to rot in prison. Or at least most of them.
What do you mean by most of them?
After a few years in jail, the leader of that group, Pipkins, became ill with cancer. So they let him go on parole.
What utter nonsense! Whatever happened to full justice? I don't want to hear any more of this nonsense about human rights when the humans themselves don't deserve them. I understand Lady Hatt's taken the children on holiday to the Caribbean. Yes, but I don't know if I'd call it a holiday. It's just after she heard the results of the trial, she thought it would be best to keep the children out of danger. Out of danger? From what? That lunatic was trying to sabotage your
I do
railway,
too.
not murder you. Besides, this probably fled for his life after his plot was discovered. I agree with you there, but she just walked in, then he got you. Right then, we all need to work together if we are to catch the culprit. I say we form an observational squad.
What's a photolism squid?
Observational squad. When we report our observations and findings to each other.
Gordon, we don't even know if the culprit is still on Sodor.
That's the thing. We don't know. He could be planning another act of sabotage.
That's very doubtful, Henry. He knows he's going to get caught again. If I were in that situation, I wouldn't risk it.
Who do you think this person was? I can't think of anyone who would want to do something like this.
It can't have been anyone random. This person obviously has serious beef with the Fat Controller. But I can't think of anyone who does.
Well, except for... Oh my god.
What? What is it, Henry?
You don't think it was Otto Grubb? I highly doubt that. He may be a complete crack, but I doubt he would have the intelligence to pull something off like that.
Actually, that kind of makes sense now I think of it. He wanted to get rid of the Fat Controller. So maybe he staged the accident.
I say we catch him and get him locked up.
I'm not so sure. It's definitely a good theory, but we have no clear evidence. I think we should just continue on with our jobs, like normal, and if we see anything suspicious, we'll let Sir Topham Hatt know at once.
Sorry to interrupt, but what on earth is that thing hovering up there?
Oh, it's like a drone. Or we can spy it on.
Oh, wait, you know what that is? It's the Duke of Boxford's drone. He's gotten into a massive obsession with flying drones recently. He's probably wanting to get a good shot of the sheds. Spencer told me he's obsessed with this new hobby.
I don't think he should be flying them near a railway. Isn't that dangerous?
It might also make some people suspicious, especially in a time like this.
I didn't see the boulder getting dislodged. I only heard it coming towards me, and I ran and screamed.
I see. Well, thanks anyway. I knew that rock had no mind of its own. It was all just a part of a big conspiracy.
I just can't think of anyone who would want to do that, though.
Move out of my way, bumbling cigars!
Oh, there goes Mr. Nice Guy.
Grumpy as usual. Where on earth did that
Hello
contraption
there.
come from? He has such a ridiculous design. Looks like a rejected Transformer.
I overheard Henry talking about it once. I don't remember exactly what he said, but apparently some company owned him on Sodor. After the company went bust, Sir Topham Hatt somehow got a hold of him, and he works at the scrapyards. At least, that's what I gathered.
Well, good riddance. That's where the devil belongs.
You know, I'm getting quite suspicious. Why? Why? That agent is spending loads of time hiding in the sheds, and the other day I passed by, and I could have sworn I heard him talking to someone. So? It was probably just the yard manager. He didn't sound like him. I wonder if that old clacking clause is plotting something.
Diesel 10's up to something.
Yes.
Something big.
Bigger. You're filling your head with nonsense, Harry. What if that
Shut up,
is a
Bert.
psychopath
Nobody likes
you
you.
want me to see?
Oh, there he is.
Whoa, this is going to be good. You see what I mean?
You look glum, Percy.
It's Percy.
Oh, I'm just concerned about all these events on the railway. Is it still safe for us?
I'm sure it is. Don't worry. I'm certain we will catch this criminal. The investigation is looking into it right now.
Well, the other engines have a theory as to who
Uh-oh.
it could be.
And who's
Sir Topham, move!
They think it might be Otto Grubb.
Stop him, move! Whoa!
there?
That was close.
Forward, driver!
Take cover, everyone!
Ooh.
Police!
Ouchie.
What the bloody hell was that? Well, sir, it appears that someone just tried to kill you.
Oh, sorry, hang on, we got an ad.
Ceravine, what your skin craves.
It's gonna be one.
La 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 la, this could be copyrighted. La 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 la. La 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 la. There.
We haven't found the suspect, but we believe the bullet was fired from the other side of the tracks. We're currently using all our resources to find out who this person is. I think I know who it is. Who? The one and only Otto Grubb. I should have seen this coming. How could I be so stupid? It's his revenge for losing the lawsuit. That's an interesting theory, but there's a problem. Mr. Grubb is in England at the moment. Well, then it was probably someone working for him. I tell you, he orchestrated all these attacks. Regardless, we You need to stay safe, sir. I recommend you stay in your house and not leave unless escorted. As you all know, someone attempted to assassinate Sir Topham Hatt this morning. I am speaking on his behalf to let you know that he will be less visible for the time being. You may still see
Percy's
him
a
around,
hero. He
not
saved Sir
always
Topham's life.
located. He is, in a sense, gone into incognito mode. And Percy, you saved his life by moving in front of him to block the bullets. He's ever so grateful and thinks you're a very brave engine.
Of course. I will protect the man at any cost. Is the railway going to stay open?
For the time being, yes. We believe that the perpetrator is only interested in the Fat Controller, so he's removed himself from vulnerable situations.
I never thought I'd say this, but I would much rather have the Fat Controller be sued than killed. This situation is more grave than we could have ever thought.
Indeed.
Edward's wise
This is a very
words.
scary time for the railway, but I can assure you that the police are doing everything they can to track down the person responsible. Why won't they just open their eyes? It's so obvious that it was Otto Grubb, or at least someone working for him. Your opinion is the exact same as Sir Topham Hatt's. He thinks it's Grubb too.
Well, Diesel 10 looks mad.
Hey, Teddy, have you heard that someone tried to kill the Fat Controller?
Of course I did. Why?
Who do you think it was?
Probably some nutter who didn't like him. How would I know who? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to.
Something seems really suspicious about him.
Doing, Harry?
I don't know, but he's acting very suspicious.
Hey, you stole my line.
Foolish. That group is too stupid to carry out an act like that.
I know he didn't do it. I'm just wondering.
I knew they went behind. I know they speak behind Diesel 10's back.
Well, I know you're there.
Right here, Pac-Man.
Oh, it's you, Thickens.
It's
Better
Thickens.
go and run. Can't believe he couldn't make a shot of an obese man. Talk about pathetic.
How about you try firing a bullet from over 200 meters? Besides, that fat stupid twit wouldn't go into the right place.
That's the second screw-up you had. The boss isn't happy, and he'll relent more abuse on me.
Not my fault.
Anyway, since you failed to get rid of him, the boss has another idea. We are going to lure him into the trap, and then kill him.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
No.
I swear, I don't know who you are.
Hey, it's Bear. And Eric. And D199. And Diesel.
It's your fault. A person who's clever enough to pull off a scheme like that must be very skilled. Even the brightest engine would likely fall victim to it.
I guess you have a lot of experience with steam people. No, maybe you have part of it.
Need I remind you that my so-called reign of terror is over? Besides, whoever did these events was no genius. Just become complete and utter fool. If it was a genius, we never would have discovered that plot now, would we?
True. Diesel has wise words. He is very true.
Oh, hello, Harold. I wish I could say it's going well, but needless to say, I'm really alarmed since we basically had an attempted assassination.
We all are. I've been on extra important.
Hey, it's Harold.
Have you seen
And
anything
Mavis.
suspicious?
Well, nothing extremely out of the ordinary, but I did see a car tear out of Mr. Percival's drive very fast. And it wasn't even Mr. Percival's car.
That sounds suspicious.
Guys, where is Mr. Percival? You were supposed to talk to me about 2 hours ago. He says his car's at his house, but he didn't answer.
Maybe he's ill.
He was here this morning and looked fine. I'm starting to worry. Like there's something that happened to him.
Don't worry, Peter. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Maybe his cat got stuck in a tree or his toilet overflowed.
Why would you assume his toilet overflowed? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Excuse me, sir. You are wanted on the telephone.
Classic. That's a classic line.
Hello, Topham. It's me, Peregrine Percival. I have some important news. News? What news? Well, the thing is, I prefer to tell you in private in the hidden location. I don't want to risk anyone else hearing about it. But it concerns who the culprit is, and it is not Grubb. Not Grubb? Who is it then? Besides, I'm standing next to a piece of evidence and I can't really do it. You need to come and see for yourself. I'm at the old line near the Duke and Duchess's summer home. Driving over on my own, considering I was almost murdered yesterday. I've sent Thomas to come pick you up from Wellsworth. You'll be accompanied by him and his crew. He had the day off, but he's more than willing to help. Oh, yes, he did have the day off. Very well. I'll be there soon. All right, see you then.
Okay.
There. Is that enough for you? Can I please be released? I don't like being a hostage, you know.
Oh, shoot.
You try to escape and I'll blast you to bits. Bert, there you are. Say, could you do me a favor?
What?
Could you take this train to Athens Station? I'm having a bit of trouble with my engine.
Of course you are.
As soon as possible.
What is it?
It's just building materials for the station. Push them into the third line from the right. The station master already knows this, and he'll be expecting you.
Fine. You owe me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Suspicious.
You know what Mr. Percival wants?
Not exactly, but it seemed like it was some shed or something that showed evidence of who the person is.
Are you sure you don't want a bodyguard, Topham? It's all right. I'm being accompanied by Thomas and his crew, and the place we're going is deserted of people.
Yeah, that sounds even more suspicious than it does already. La 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 la. There we go.
Wow, this line's a lot spookier than I remembered.
Where exactly did he say he would be? There he is. Hello. So what's this all about? Well, Topham, I know exactly who is responsible for both the crash and the attempt on your life. Yes? And who is it? Topham, do you remember about 5 years ago when there was, well, a hijacking incident on the Starlory Railway? Wait, you mean the one where those hooligans tried to steal the gunpowder? Yes. You don't mean their leader.
Plot twist.
Exactly. He was released from jail recently because he had cancer. It all makes sense.
Of course, it's cancer. But I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who has cancer. Cancer is a very serious disease. So if anybody does have cancer, I wish them the best of luck and hope they recover okay. Yeah, do not take cancer as a joke. Cancer is very serious. So do not take it as a joke.
Mr. Percival,
Okay?
where is this
Okay.
evidence? Right here, Fatty.
Dun dun dun!
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Oh no.
Fully loaded, and I'm not afraid to use it.
So you're really saying Sir Dom Hat doesn't carry any, like, self-defense weapons with him?
Don't spoil the party.
Oh, fudge.
What the bloody hell is going on? I'm so sorry, Topham. He kidnapped me and used me to lure you.
Now then, here's the deal. You will stay where you are. Any attempt to escape or call for help, and you'll be shot.
Well, I do not really know. Like, whatever you guys what movie ever, whatever you guys request, like, what any movie.
Just let us go.
Me specifically? I don't want anything from you. It's my boss who'd like to have a word with you.
Boss? What boss?
Let's just say he's my old owner.
Old owner? Your old owner died of a stroke years ago. Don't give me that rubbish.
Who is your old owner?
What?
Oh my God. How is this possible? You're supposed to be dead!
Am I not
Whoa!
dead? Oh, sorry
It's
about that.
Bogustin!
It's lovely to see you again.
What a
Topham.
plot twist.
If it isn't the one and only bastard, Bill Boguston.
What a plot
What in
twist.
God's name are you doing here? And how the bloody hell did you survive?
Survive? What? I never had to survive anything. I faked my death so I could go undercover.
But they did an autopsy.
Yes, I hate to tell you, but that was false fire. Aren't you forgetting my brother does autopsies for a living? He was the one who, quotation marks, performed the autopsy. That's what he does for a living.
So you falsified an autopsy report?
Yes, indeed. Very clever, you'll have to admit. Now then, I think I should remind you all why we are here today.
Because you want to kill me? I'm not bloody stupid, you know.
You're absolutely right, Topham. But let's not.
I totally agree with you, Duck.
I think we need to explain why.
Bogustin is a jerk.
We all know what you tried to do with your business.
That's because you bankrupted and tarnished my family. My father lost everything when your father broke ties. You slandered our legacy. He went into despair and drank himself to death. We were on the verge of losing our business before he died, but as he lay on his deathbed, I promised that I would save our legacy and bring us back into wealth. You know what he told me?
What?
He told me that I needed to use any means possible to pull our family out of the ashes. And boy, did I.
Typical businessman.
But here's the sad part. I came to your father on all fours begging for forgiveness. I wanted to change the negative image of my family that my father had tainted. And after I proved to you I wouldn't be as corrupt as him, your father greatly obliged.
But that's the problem, you idiot. You became even more corrupt than your father.
Ah, but it didn't have to be that way. You see, we entered a loyal friendship, and the friendship continued when you came into power in 2013. But then you and your father tricked and betrayed me. When I saw the contract at first, it was written in a way that I believed that you would only be using my fuel for your engines. This brought in loads and loads of money, and I brought our family name back into glory. However, as soon as I decided to slightly raise the price of my fuel, just so I could make a tiny bit extra, you began using other fuels. At first, I believed you were in violation of the contract, but then I realized that you and your father had specifically worded the contract so that there was a loophole where you could use whatever fuel you please. You had cheated me.
First of all, it was more than just a slight raise of price.
Whoa.
Skyrocketed the price. And that is the exact reason we wrote the contract in that way. You must have misread it, because it clearly stated that I would only use your fuel if the prices were reasonable.
Make all the excuses you want. You betrayed me in pure spite, and now my business was threatened.
It wasn't just the price, you bonehead. You were just as corrupt as your father.
It's all business, Topham, and you decided to play full, so I did exactly the same in return.
By tampering with the other fuel to make it seem like yours was the only reliable fuel. Very clever. But I was
Oh, hey, Henry fan.
Something was up. You didn't get away with it, now did you? If you had been to trial, they would have immediately found you guilty. And you know what? When I first heard that you had died, I immediately assumed that you had committed suicide because you knew you'd be caught.
Why did you fake your death? That sounds like a very stupid thing to do. You wouldn't be able to get any more money. You might as well should have really died.
As a matter of
Oh,
fact,
thank you, Henry.
when I knew that I was in trouble, I considered suicide at first, but then I got a wonderful idea. If I had just killed myself, you all would have won. That just didn't sound acceptable for my family's legacy. I then realized what I needed. Revenge. And if I were to fake my death, no one would ever suspect me. That way, I could go undercover and serve justice deliciously. I staged an accident to tarnish the legacy of the railway and get you booted out. And it worked marvelously. Until some idiot left my notebook full of evidence.
The one problem with that is because Mattel or any other company could easily like copy claim me if I try watching those type of movies. So I'm sorry, I cannot do that.
He was a loyal worker to Ballyhoo Firearms Gunpowder before it was shut down. He was a very close to the head of the company, and when he got arrested, Fitkins had nothing left. The owner of Ballyhoo Firearms was a close friend of mine, and so I felt I had the duty to help one of his most loyal workers. I instructed Fitkins and some others to steal gunpowder so I could use it for my master plan. But unfortunately it failed, and Fitkins ended up in jail.
That is, until I got terminal cancer and was released from jail to live out my final years at home. I owed Augustin a favor, so I got in contact with him and the plan went back into action. And what's more, I used to be a signalman many years ago, so I knew exactly how they all worked. I was able to hack into...
It was him who was there.
So I knew exactly where each train was going.
La 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 la.
As you've probably figured out, we tried many schemes to get you into trouble, and they were quite clever too. Who would have thought that we could have intended a diesel to block the line, or how we dislodged a boulder? But all those failed. I decided that there was only one thing I could do. That is to kill you. And now we've lured you into the right place. You've lost Topham. You thought you could mess with me? Well, I'm afraid not.
Oh, dang.
This is how you repay me. I gave you a home and work, and gave you many, many chances to improve yourself. I'm the only one who would do that, and yet you betrayed me and tried to get me murdered. You're a strong engine. Make the right choice.
Don't try and guilt trip him, Topham. Remember, he was a gift given to you by me as a means of trying to repair the relationship between the Hat and the Boggistons.
So Bogiston was his owner? He never told us it was him, just that he came from a businessman.
I didn't think the engines would appreciate me using Bogiston's engine until our relationship had been completely resolved. And I just never got around to telling you all when we did. It's complicated. I'll explain later.
That's fair enough.
Explain later? Did you forget we are here for right now? There will be no after for you. This is the end for all of
no.
you.
And what will that accomplish? They'll find out it was you, and then you'll no longer be able to hide.
Oh, they won't know it's Augustin. We'll cover it up very well.
Exactly. And even if they do find out, I've got a private jet waiting to take me to Cuba.
Cuba?
Catch me. I'm a
You gotta be
free
kidding me,
man.
Cuba?
Oh, and there's one more thing I forgot to mention. It won't just be you folks meeting your end tonight. We've got an engine taking the goods train to Natford, and it's full of explosives.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we tricked one of your engines to take it for us. And in about 30 minutes, the whole station will go up in flames.
Thank
it will
you.
be spectacular. We just thought it'd be fun to do some damage after we dealt with you. And we heard your father will be there as well. So it will kill two birds with one stone.
Is this how you please yourself? By
Oh, hello there.
murdering innocent people?
I'm afraid that's how it
Oh,
works.
dear.
Sorry about Chuck. I was able to put on a disguise and sneak into the coach and deal with him. But that's life sometimes. You have to do what you have to do.
You
And
B
speaking of
words.
which, we'll have to put dynamite in this engine to prevent him from talking. We'll do that after we deal with you.
Mark my words. If you kill us, or any of our engines, the remaining staff and engines will hunt you down, and will not stop until they've ripped your head from your body
Holy.
and crushed it with a steamroller.
Sorry, Topham, you're not
Oh,
scaring
dear.
me. Fitkins, do the honor.
With pleasure.
No. The bam. Plot convenience.
What?
Police, get on the ground. Put your hands up.
Now that's what I call plot convenience.
He's escaping. After him.
Meow. Hey, it's
That was all
Spencer.
right. Driver, couple him up. Don't worry, Topham. We've got you now. You're safe. How on earth did you manage to save
He
us?
can.
I was flying my drone on my property, and when I put the SD card from it into my computer, I could make out you'd been held hostage at gunpoint from the footage. I then alerted the authorities, and we came to the rescue.
Oh no. Wait, this thing is going to blow up.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, damn. We've got to warn them.
And so we shall. I'll use my cell phone to call them, and then in the meantime, we must rush over there to help.
There's not a living to lose.
Tally ho!
Come on, Spencer. Okay, screw the credits. Alright, hang on. Okay, plot convenience activated. Alright, let's continue. I cannot tell you that because I don't want to give out spoilers.
What do you mean I swindled you?
Don't act all up.
Oh god, it's the
You
B.
wanted me
It's
to
that
take
German
case
B
to
word
court with you,
again.
and you knew it would not end in my favor.
I most certainly did not. If I knew that it was an inside job and not a reckless act, I would not have contacted you.
You are a despicable bullshitter. You came into the hospital on the day of the incident, and you were very persistent that I sue the Topham Hat, promising remarkable compensation. But in the end, all the legal fees I paid you were for nothing.
Well, that can sometimes happen.
I'll get you for this. Who knows? You may have even had a part of this conspiracy.
Dang.
Phil, Rob is onto our plot. It won't be long before he finds out that we set him up for this.
We will deal with him later today. Right now, I'm about to set a trap for our dear old fat hat. After that, I've instructed Fidkins to take care of old Grub and collect his money. But for now, Topham is our priority.
Whoa, Wrath on the rails. Let's do this, baby. Meow.
Hurry! We've got to warn everyone.
Hello? Evacuate Ashford Station. There's a bomb in there. What? Do it now.
Going so soon? I don't think
Oh
so.
no.
Oh no!
Gotta go fast.
Get out of the station now! There's a bomb!
A bomb?
Bomb? Where?
Let's get the frick out of here.
He's gaining on us. But on my
Gunshot.
Yo! Abort! Abort! We'll catch them another time. We'll have to hide somewhere.
Victor Tanzik's in the movie. That's what they're doing. Hey, look, it's Oliver.
Stay where you are. There's an explosion imminent at the station.
Explosion? You mean like a bomb?
Hello? Dad, is that you? Yes, I've just evacuated Natford. There's a bomb threat. Oh, thank goodness you're out safely. Do you know anything about this? Yes, but I'll explain later.
Faster. We'll never make it in time. Oh dear. They're not there at the moment. And dang.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. All right, everyone got out. Well, thank goodness for that.
Well, thank God. That's all what remains of Natford.
This building has been here for over 90 years, and in the span of a few minutes, it's gone.
So, Poor
I want
Knapford.
the railway to shut down completely. All operations must cease indefinitely. I cannot bear any more destruction to my family's legacy. That's a good decision, Topham. We must find out who the culprit is. Oh, I already know. He tried to kill me a few hours ago. And let me tell you, I am going to hunt down and kill that bastard.
Dang.
In breaking news, Napa Station has been destroyed in the apparent bombing. Fortunately, no one was killed. As of now, the operations of the Northwestern Railway are shut down and suspended. But even in more shocking news, according to Sir Topham Hatt, is apparently a man who was thought to be dead for about 5 years, Bill Foggestone. Foggestone's whereabouts are unknown, but a manhunt is currently underway.
They won't catch him. If he made people think he was dead for 5 years, then he's clever enough to get away. Yes, but now everyone knows he's still alive, so his secret has been foiled. If I were him, I'd honestly prefer being dead after being found out. Maybe, but not until we're both dead too. It's absolutely appalling that this is over a bit of fuel. Fuel. Someone I need to talk to.
Plot twist.
Well, if it isn't Fatty Fat Hat, don't you mess around with me. You knew that Foggestone was still alive. Well, I do now. You know now, huh? Funny, you didn't have any contact with the outside world. How could you have known? Well, he came in here, didn't he? Didn't he? All right, fine. Yes, he did. And that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Oh dear.
Stop talking, or I will really take you to pieces this time. Go on then. I've been stuck under the sea for 4 years, and now I'm cooped up in this shed. I welcome death. Oh, really? Yes, don't think this will save you. Foggestone has other plans, and he's not gonna rest until both of you are dead. Oh, so he is still hunting us.
LOL.
Given up, has he? Well,
I hope you guys are enjoying the stream though.
told me what I needed to know. You really are more stupid than I thought. What are his other plans? I don't know, all right? You didn't tell me.
Sure. What is your question, Duck and Oliver? Maybe just the AU for right now. Yeah, could you just react to my AU just for the time being? The first AU the first episode I really recommend. Like, start at the beginning of the playlist. That's where I recommend it. And thank you. Oh, hi, Toby. Welcome to the stream. We're just watching a movie. Alright, and let's play again.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. No matter though, we'll find out if you're lying. Come on, Tom.
Why don't you just do a lie detector?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know there were explosives in those vans.
I told you something was up, and I was right. Clappy Claus is a true villain, but you were too stupid to realize
Dang.
that, and you blindly went along with his plot.
How dare you call your brother stupid? He was tricked. This was clearly a false
also planned by a monstrous individual.
Indeed. We should stop talking about who's to blame and instead team up to bring justice.
I guess you are right.
The sound of that. We shall be the Diesel Squad.
Are you going to rebuild?
Hey, look, there's Donald
Of
Douglas.
course we will. We will not let Bogiston bring us down like this. We are not cowards.
Sir, do you think you could elaborate on how Diesel 10 relates to Boggleston?
I guess I should have told you this a long time ago. But anyway, Diesel 10 was a Class 42 who worked on the mainland until he and his brothers were
Oh,
withdrawn
dear.
from service. Arthur Bogiston, Phil's father, found him sitting in a siding and took pity on him. He rescued him and used him for work around his refinery. Being quite a mechanic himself,
So that's where he got
to
pinchy.
make him useful. Diesel 10 was his own form of transport. He was then passed down to Phil Bogiston when he came to power, but Phil didn't see much use for him. Therefore, he gave him to my father as a means of gratitude for repairing the relationship between the Hats and the Bogistons. As you all know, he was not the nicest engine and kept getting into trouble.
I'm afraid I cannot join at the moment considering we are streaming.
Which was a big mistake. However, despite his attitude, he did prove to be very useful for track maintenance. He seemed to be going in the right direction, albeit very slowly, but I saw potential. Oh, how wrong I was.
Do you think there's any good left in him? Considering he aided in an attempted murder of the Fat Controller, I think not.
It was a mistake to keep him for as long as I did. All this time I thought he would become a really useful engine, like Diesel and Ted, and the same with Grogan. In fact, he was quite useful and seemed to be going down the right path. He was grumpy, yes, but he always got his job done. But in the end, he betrayed me.
You must understand, though, that Bogiston was his old owner. He probably manipulated him into doing these horrible acts. Of course, it doesn't excuse what he did, but if my old guardian suddenly showed up from the dead, I think I would be a bit morally confused, too.
Everybody's wise words. Wow, so stupid Russians.
I heard you took care of Otto Grub.
That is correct. It was very easy.
Dang. He won't be missed anyway.
Well done, Fidkins. You escaped well.
Barely. My shoulder is completely screwed up now. So, what's the plan? I say we get as far away from this island as possible.
Not yet. We still have work to do.
Work to do? Are you insane? Our cover's been blown. Now the whole bloody UK is looking for us.
I'm aware of that, but I'm not going to give up this easily. Topham is still alive, and his railway may not be running at the moment, but it is still standing.
Boggiston does not know how to give
What
up.
do you suppose we do now?
We'll have to use some other tactics. I'm sure you're aware that Vlad here still has a large group of loyal men from his mob.
The very best. If you provide the money, we will gladly assist you.
You can have billions as far as I'm concerned, but my finances are no longer of any use since I went underground.
What are you gonna do?
We are going to start tearing this railway apart, bit by bit.
Oh dear.
All right, engines and staff. The police are calling for our assistance in the search for Bogiston. This is entirely optional, though. Do not feel like you are required to do this. Needless to say, this could be very dangerous. But not like we could do anything else. I witnessed Bogiston destroy the biggest station on the island, and I'm not going to sit on my arse while he does more damage. Count me in.
Wow, all of them are there.
Together. Aye, let's kick some boggins bum. But we have
perfect action, sir. And how do you suppose he do that? It's not like he's going to just be casually walking out in the open.
Fire and lots of explosions.
Shut up, Douglas. We don't need any more explosions right now.
We need to somehow lure him to us. We need to convince him to be in a certain location so we
You
can
guys were just on screen.
Oh, that would work brilliantly. Hello, Mr. Bogaston. I know you're busy blowing up the island, but would you like to have tea with us at the station? The police will be there as well.
I think he meant that we need to set up a trap.
You are exactly right. The question is, what kind of trap?
What the hell? A cage with the fat controller's hat as bait.
Diesel.
Maybe even Topham himself.
Shut up!
Can we stop with the jokes already?
Exactly,
Serious.
Boko.
I mean, he does have a point. Bogaston's goal is to have me dead. So if it looked like I was going to give myself in, he might actually fall for it.
I know you would do anything for the railway's safety, but we would never let you put yourself in danger like that.
How dare
How about
you?
we see if you really would do anything for your engines, Topham?
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but this is major news breaking. Otto Grubb is dead. He was found near his home with a gunshot wound.
Uh-oh, time to go.
Wait, he's dead? Gunshot wound? He was murdered?
What a plot twist.
Well, all I can say is, hooray!
Oh, wow. Even Edward.
Quiet! Look, regardless of our opinion of that horrible man, this is very unusual. Don't you see? This indicates something.
It's not like anyone likes him.
Yes, but why would someone kill him after he lost the trial? Sounds a bit counterproductive to me.
And it was proven that he had no involvement in the conspiracy. Which means, what does this mean?
It means that Buxton, or someone working for him, convinced him.
Look at Emily. She's in the background.
Knowing that they would win. When they didn't, Rob started to catch on to their plot, so they killed him.
Dang.
I'm very sure of that. I was near the location of where Rob was shot, and I saw a rift that looked like mafia members scramping onto another bus, just like me.
This is crucial information. I think we are one step closer to catching these crooks.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, let's go catch this despicable mother.
They always like cancel out the curse words with the whistles. I love that.
Well, last time you did that.
He is right. He wouldn't go anywhere risky without the whole army at his side at this point.
Well, without a little persuasion.
Exactly. Let's just say that the fate of his prized possessions will be determined by whenever he comes to us or not.
Whoa. Are you saying we're gonna take more engines hostage? That was a whole lot of work doing it with just one. There ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Excuse me, is there a problem?
Yes, there is. Because of you and your minion's clumsiness, I was nearly apprehended, and now my cover is blown. I can't go anywhere anymore. I did not sign up for this. Just accept it. You screwed up, and now it's time to just run away. Any more action will get us killed or destroyed.
Killed or destroyed. It's the same thing.
Let me make one thing clear with you, Rust Bucket. My family's legacy was destroyed, and nothing, I mean nothing, is going to make me give up. I will make sure both Tophams are dead, even if I end up dead afterwards.
Jesus.
Well, go ahead. I'm done doing your dirty work.
Fine. You'll just have to sit here where they will find you eventually, and you'll be scrapped. As you stated, you have nowhere to go now, do you? I am your only path to staying alive at this point. So unless you want to face the mounting part, I suggest you show more respect to the family who rescued you from it in the first place. You ungrateful bastards!
Dang.
Yes, sir. Forgive me.
Right then. Now,
Diesel 10's horrified.
Tally-ho, little Ted.
It's Harold.
Oh, I hope that helicopter dropped the bomb on this Boxstein guy.
A bomb?
Exactly. And fixed him too. The handlers never should have spared his life.
Oh, they will both get what's coming to them.
I meant the Scarloid really wants Fitkins to die. Gets Harry Fitkins backpack hijacked him.
Are you daft? You'll blow our cover.
Oh?
Whoa, boy. There's a red signal. And there's some object on the line.
It's a box.
It's some sort of box.
Well done. I can see that. Oh.
What on earth? Driver?
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
sorry to bother you. I'm afraid your driver and fireman are a bit indisposed
Ah.
at the moment.
Son, something bad has happened. What? What is it? I think you need to come listen to this message.
This is a message for both Richard and Stephen Topham Hatt. Yes, I'm still alive, and it is most certainly not over. However, I have decided to be reasonable, and instead of trying to murder you both, I have come up with a compromise. Me and my men
Oh, dear.
have your engines hostage right now, in different parts of the island. If you do not head to our demands, we will start destroying these precious engines, one by one. Now then, here
Oh,
are our
dear.
requests. The two of you will make your way over to me, and I mean only the two of you. No police with you, and you will deliver to me no less than £5 billion. Check or cash, whatever is convenient for you. Anyway, you will bring me that money, and I shall leave this island and never return. That will be the last you will ever hear from me, and the rest of your railway will be unharmed. You have until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you do not do this, then once again, I will start destroying these engines one by one.
Uh-oh.
We have lots of explosives with us, so don't think we are bluffing. And the same applies if there is any police intervention or rescue attempts. We are currently sending my location to you through email.
Hey, look.
So only you
It's
will have access
Wretch.
to it, assuming you don't give it to anyone. But you already know the consequences of that. I hope that we can settle this like respectable men. Once again, you have until 6 tomorrow morning. Don't try me.
Respectable men? What utter bullshit! Richard, calm down. We'll figure something out. My engines are like my children. I can't just let them be destroyed. They're like that to me as well. All we have to do is give him the money, and then we can get him apprehended after he releases the engines. No, Bill Bogeston doesn't care about our money. Don't you see? He just wants us to go to him so he can kill us both. Why on earth would he suddenly go from wanting to murder us to simply wanting half my net worth? It's a trap. All right. But this brings up a worse situation. It's basically either our lives or the engine's lives. Regardless, I need to go see which engines have been taken. So it appears they took, Doc's still at the works, thank goodness. But I guess they took Jordan, Toby, and Douglas.
Not Douglas or Gordon, and not Toby.
Those bastards! Gordon as well? What are we going to do?
Our friends are in danger.
We will figure something out.
Well, we gotta figure it out fast or else they're doomed.
Not going to give Bogeston that money.
But they'll kill them otherwise.
I know that. Officer, what do you think? This is a very high-stakes situation. Your engine's lives are in danger, but at the same time, we cannot simply give in to Bogeston's demands. He is likely within easy contact of his other minions elsewhere on the island, so we'll have to apprehend him without alerting the other captors.
So basically a simultaneous rescue?
But we have to find out where the engines are.
Super Rescue.
And that may be impossible without alerting the others.
Indeed. There's something that Bogeston probably doesn't realize yet. What's that? Don't you all remember? Recently, every engine on this railway was fitted with a hidden GPS tracker. All we have to do is look it up. It's so easy.
Well, that solves one thing, but that still doesn't help them be hooked up with explosives.
Yes, indeed. So, does anyone have a plan?
It's Harold, the
I'm looking
helicopter.
at the area where Bogeston says he is, and it looks quite heavily secure. A rescue operation will have to be very well thought out.
You hear that? The flopper chopper's already investigating us. They won't fall for it.
Don't worry, I've planned for that. Do you really think Topham and his father would show unaccompanied? He'll probably bring the whole military with him. We'll just have to play along and then we'll trap them. Reg has graciously volunteered for this.
I will serve my master well. So you're basically a suicide bomber.
A kamikaze.
Actually, you're the suicide bomb. The vast majority of my life was spent sitting in one place. I'm fed up with this cruel world, and I will go out with a bang.
Literally. And so will both you diesels, the galloping sausage, and both fat hats.
We had no part in this old railway drama. I refuse to be used as ransom.
I mean, I don't know anyone who would volunteer for it.
Quiet, you. Hello, Fidkins. What's the status?
Everything is in order, Phil. Ready for action.
You won't succeed with this.
Excellent. And what about you, Vlad?
All set, waiting for your command.
Right then, here's the deal. Any sign of interference, let me know immediately, and we will begin destroying these engines one by one.
And what happens if we run out of engines to blow up and Fat Hat still hasn't come?
We will have to take more desperate measures, but don't worry. Fat Hat has quite a connection with his contraptions, and he would hate to see them destroyed.
It seems everybody's ready to roll.
Are we ready? I'll never be ready, but we have no choice. Those engines are counting on us.
We'll have your back the whole way. Just give him the fake check, and then
Oh, it's a fake check. So that means he won't lose any money.
to us.
The future of Sodor depends on this.
Our lives depend upon it, not just Sodor. I'm ready for action.
Indeed. So let's get moving.
Vroom vroom.
All right, you all. That's the signal. Let the rescue begin. For Gordon.
For Sodor. Let's roll out. For the island of Sodor and its Sodrians. A stupid camera. Onwards. Well, thank you.
Why are you doing this? I know you weren't the nicest engine, but at least you had a home here.
If you're trying to play the guilt game, then you can forget it. I have only one option now to stay alive, and that's to go through with this plan. Besides, even if I hadn't joined Boguston, I wouldn't have wanted to stay here. I have no place on this island.
Here we go.
So, I once knew an engine just like you. He was confused about his place and had a similar attitude. He felt
Backstory.
underappreciated. And you know what happened to him in the end? He literally went out with a bang. He blew
Alfred.
himself up while trying to murder me and Henry.
Or
Oh,
98462.
yes, I see a lot of similarities between you and that engine. But let's just see if you go out the same way.
Well, it's too late. I already made those bad choices, and now I have no other alternative. This is the only path left.
What's Boguston going to do for you? No railway will take you. You'll be stuck in a shed for the rest of your life.
They can't technically die if they don't have the final firing.
Is he insane?
You stay quiet, I might consider sparing them both. Their lives will depend on your ability to shut up.
Oh no.
All right, here we go.
We're just secretly surrounding the building. If he hears any gunshots, we'll raid immediately.
It's Diesel 10.
Diesel 10, it's not too late. You don't need to serve him anymore. He's corrupted you. You were once a very useful engine. Not now. We can do that after we rescue the others.
Here we go, boys.
Hello. Glad to see you've arrived safely.
as the entrance. Are you sure it has to be me?
Yes, because you work this line, and it would be less suspicious.
Can't Thomas come with me?
I don't know why. It's just Percy's voice that's funny.
Brave engine, Percy. You can do this.
Come on, Percy.
Keep them
You
distracted
can
and
do
the
this,
car will
mate.
come. That's all you have
You
to
can do this, man. You can do this. I mean, look, Doug and Oliver are literally saying to go.
They seem to have cleared up this line by cutting down some of the trees.
So remind me, why haven't they resumed construction tearing down the flour mill? It's been about 5 years since the bridge collapsed with Ted on it. They were supposed to build a resort, weren't they?
After Tay Bridge collapsed, there was a whole bunch of safety bureaucratic nonsense and investigations, and it took years to get the project approved again.
They rebuilt the bridge, but apparently they ran out of funding after, so it's just been sitting there for 5 years.
Hey, look, it's Oliver.
Man, but he does need to get his financial priorities straight.
Alright, that's enough. This is going
And
to
it's
be
Donald.
a very tricky rescue, but we have a plan.
Okay, so let me get this straight. They're gonna knock down buildings?
Not just knock down buildings, but blow them up!
Hey, that technically works the process with the flour mill.
Cause a huge distraction. Then we will try to rescue them.
Percy, what are you doing here?
Oh, sorry. I was supposed to collect some trucks, but the points must have been in the wrong direction.
Uh-huh. Likely story. You better go back the way you came from, little caterpillar.
Don't call me little caterpillar.
Wait for the points to be switched back. Yes, the points to be switched back.
So, how much did this bogey guy pay you?
Enough to make us very happy.
Communism wasn't good to you, was it? You know what's quite sad? I used to have a driver that fought in the Second World War, and at the end he met up with the Russian soldiers as allies. They were very friendly and respectable people. Not at all representative of their bad government, but because of people like you, the Russians get a very poor reputation.
Hey, quit with
Very
the
true.
lecture. We're just men doing our job.
Oh, now that's a good excuse.
Sorry about this. It's just the camera's a bit arced. Come on. There we go. Communism wasn't good to you, eh? Yeah, screw communism.
Your brother. The squad is in position, and we will raid the area. But don't let anyone alert Bogiston.
What was the signal again?
Fire.
Fire in the hole! Ah, what's that thing?
Plucking beans.
Fire! Big shelter! And contact Bogiston! The rescue attempt!
It's Dougie.
Don't worry, Buggy. I got you. Couple of quick.
The blue bus is getting away.
Getting away, man!
I can ride on the tracks. Alright, that's it. Activate plot convenience.
Oh, no, you don't. Yeah.
Oh, frick. Well, that was a pretty quick end.
Well, I guess the mission was a success.
Indeed, we didn't need any backup after all.
I'll make this simple. Show us that you don't have any weapons, and we will hand over the check.
My pockets are empty, well, except for this lighter I use for smoking.
All we want is our railway and engines to be safe. Just leave us be, and we will never pursue you.
Just hand over the bloody check and then, yes, you'll never see us again.
Very well. Here it is.
Ah, yes, the exact amount.
Now then, release our engines immediately, and never, ever come back.
All right, move into position. Oh, don't worry. I have no plans to come back.
Oh
I assure
dear.
you that no one will ever see me alive again. And as a matter of fact, no one will see you two alive either.
Get out of here!
Move, move. Oh frick, it's oil.
Tally ho,
Oh fuck.
chaps.
What's happened?
Oh shit! He set the building on fire! Now wait. Why would you be collecting trucks if the railway had suspended operations?
Because he's not here to pick up trucks. He's here to rescue the tram.
No, sir. Shall we blow up the tram then?
No.
No, I think we can use this engine as a hostage too. I mean, what is one engine alone going to do?
We're not alone.
Let her drop, boys. Fire.
Drive! Quick! Couple him up!
Got him. And Diesel is here too.
We've got you now. You're safe.
Not so.
Oh, come on.
Ah! Christ! What will it take to bloody kill you?
I'm contacting Bogus. Ah!
Ooh. Plot convenience. Bye-bye.
I'm afraid it is over, Sonny Jim.
Diesel's a hero. He killed Bogiston at last.
Good. On to that sick.
Oh, frick.
We're surrounded.
Hold on. Where's the explosion? Why hasn't Reg gone off? His fuel pipe was on. It should have gone off a long time ago.
Oh, I closed it because I thought we'd blow
You
up.
idiot!
What?
Bogiston, you idiot! You ruined my plans!
In about 10 minutes, in which they could have escaped, you idiot! Go back in there and unplug it!
No, sir. I'm done messing around for you. I've got all of Grub's money to spend. Goodbye.
Get back here, you backstabbing bastard!
Dang. Shoot him.
There's no way out. We can only go where the rails are. We do.
Not necessarily. You two still have fuel in you, don't you? Reverse backwards and don't stop when you get to the wall.
We will go straight through it.
Exactly. That's the point.
Hurry! Near.
Help! 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 Help!
It's Birdie.
Get up, Paul.
Meow.
Come on, let's get out of here.
What about the explosion?
It's too late. We'll have to kill Topham another way.
Diesel 10 sacrifice.
Don't worry. I'll make sure that building explodes.
Wrong way! What are you doing?
I have no use left here. And neither do you.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Explosion.
We just suicide bombed that building. I think Bogiston was on board, which means he's dead for real this time.
If I was there a second longer,
Wow.
I melted into a drink. I'm gonna need a paint coat.
Definitely.
It's over then. We can now confirm for a fact that Bogiston is this time actually dead. And Diesel 10 too. We went out in pretty much the exact same way that Alfred did over 90 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, I suppose so. Only he did it for the sake of the railway, not himself. Even though he may not have been the nicest engine,
Rest in peace, Diesel 10. You might have not been the nicest Diesel, but at least you saved everybody.
This past week has been one of the darkest moments in our railway's history. The destruction we witnessed is unbelievable. We lost both our main station and the life of one of our favorite guards. However, let me emphasize that this is not the end. We will rebuild everything. Of course, the emotional scars will not heal. The physical damage will be repaired. Knapford will be rebuilt to its former glory, plus many improvements. Augustin may have destroyed many things, but he still failed. He failed to force us to cower down in fear. I made it clear that he would face the full bite of justice, and he did, thanks to the brave efforts of a redeemed Diesel who sacrificed his life for it.
Wow.
And let us just say that you and your father have been extremely brave as well. We've always admired you as our controller, but we cannot even begin to tell you how much respect we have for you now.
Absolutely. You are our savior. 3 cheers for both hats.
Hooray! Hooray! 3 cheers for Sir Topham Hatt.
Thank you. That means so much. But you owe us nothing. Let me tell you, no matter how much respect you have for me, it will never be on the level of respect I have for each and every one of you engines after these
Yes.
past few days. You are the true heroes of the island. Absolutely. In the past, you've all had various quarrels and rivalries over things like size, strength, engine type, etc. But these past few weeks, you have done something that I never thought I'd see. You put aside all your differences and teamed together to save us all. No matter
Wow.
steam, diesel, electric, or whatever, you stood your ground, and together you put an end to that lunatic's rap on the rails. All of you earned the
Did you hear that? He said the title. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Hey, it's Duck.
Oh look, Duck's back from work. Hello.
Diesel cried.
Let me add one more thing. I'm sure you've all heard the various stupid comments from the press about how this railway is, well, a totalitarian society where engines are forced to do work under the rule of the fat man with a hat. That's absolute rubbish. Preposterous. Exactly. In fact, I sometimes feel...
Why they mentioned it from online, like some people like assume that the controller is like a fascist dictator, even though that's not true. They usually like imagine him like that, and those people all stupid.
And I'm proud of you all. Just know that. But enough of that emotional blabbering. We've got a railway to run. Let's get started.
Beep beep. Construction begins. Thank you. Wow. Now that is an improvement.
Hello, Gordon. Should we have left by now?
There's a 5-minute delay due to sheep on the main line. Just preposterous.
Oh no, a 5-minute delay? It's a catastrophe. The world's gonna end.
It is not good at all. I can't make up extra time. I'll be 5 minutes late at the next station.
Then the next.
Sounds like someone's on the wrong side of the shed. Not the end of the world, Gordon.
But it's... Oh, well. I guess there are worse things that could happen.
Yeah.
But
It's not like Mattel's gonna. It's not like Mattel came out with a worse rebuild. Oh crap! They already did.
Exactly. Besides, whatever problems happen today, remember that there's always tomorrow.
Now that was a good movie. Oh yeah, Oliver. I would like to mention something I heard about. Samson is dead. Yep, Mattel finally did it and killed Samson. It's because it found out he will never return to the show again, so he is 100% dead. So, there you go, Oliver. He's dead. Alright, let's get to the next movie. Okay, any requests for movie? Anybody? Oh, I know. It's from this channel, but let's say it has a more scary tone to it.
Gordon! He's awake!
I must warn you though, if you do not like blood or anything like really scary jump scares, I recommend you log off the stream for this part. Like for this part of the stream. But if you do like that, stick around.
Why are we both off the rails? What the hell happened? Can someone just tell me? That's the problem, Gordon. No one seems to remember it. Good morning. It is the 5th of October, 1995. We've just gotten a report of a very...
I'm afraid I do not know what movie I'll react to next after these two parts.
train accident or wreck of some kind, but no one seems to remember what happened. All we know is that the Night Express and a rescue train somehow ended up off the rails without any knowledge or recollection about how it happened. Fortunately, there have been no deaths, but quite a few have been significantly injured, including the drivers of the train. All trains past Wellsworth, including the Brendan branch, have been cancelled. We'll keep you updated with more info when we get it. This is quite a serious incident. It's made headlines already. However, I will not dare point any fingers until a full investigation of this incident is completed. Thank you, sir. Mr. Norman is getting the breakdown train in the early hours. What for? I just can't remember. What's the problem?
Will Gordon and Henry be all right, sir?
Yes, indeed, Edward. Don't worry, my dear Engine. However, we are still at a loss for what exactly happened.
Which is why I am here to ask you all some questions.
We didn't do anything, sir. Honest.
Didn't say you did. I'm just here to hear your
After this movie, I am probably going to end the stream after this. Maybe. I'm not saying I will, but maybe.
Very late, so most of us were already back in our sheds. Or preparing to go back.
I did say Gordon getting ready for his train that evening. Usual time, around 1:30. Nothing out of the ordinary, though.
The passengers too?
Yes, sir. All acting normal.
And of course, I was half asleep.
But I remember Henry being called for a breakdown train to clear the line.
Did you hear what the obstacle was?
No, sir.
May have been a tree or a landslide.
I see. And were there any other strange events or sightings during the night?
No, sir. We woke up to find Gordon Henry still gone, and the accident or whatever it was already happened.
Very well. Thank you all for your input. It will help the investigation.
You're welcome, sir. I hope this is all solved soon.
So let me get this straight. There was a hole in the ground where the tracks were?
That's what we were told. A sinkhole of some kind. So we had to stop. The train then tried to reverse, but by coincidence a large tree had fallen on the line behind us. We were stuck, so the buses came and took us passengers home.
I see.
I was called to help rescue stranded passengers at about 12:30ish. There was a sinkhole in the tracks, and then a large tree on the line behind. Very odd. But anyway, I didn't see much aside from that. I was far away from the rails. I'm afraid I know nothing. I was just woken up by a call around 5 in the morning and rushed out to the scene.
Very well.
Constable Chuck, I've just received some news. Gordon's memory is coming back.
Roger that. I'll be at Crovan's Gate soon. Would you like to join me, Sir Hat?
Of course. I'm eager to find out this case as much as you are.
Let's find this out, boys.
Excuse me, police coming through. Ah, Gordon. How are you?
Better, sir, thank you. But my memory is still a bit fuzzy.
Well, just tell me what you know so far. Give us a rundown of your journey and events.
Very well. It was the 9:30 night express. Limited stop, arrive at Biggerstown at 10:30, then return home for Napford for a midnight arrival. You know how it is.
Thank you.
We were delayed 10 minutes because of a signal fault, but we managed to make up for lost time. It was very uneventful. We made it in time for Daisy for the branch line connection to Elsbridge. We soared down the line like usual, but just after we passed Wellsworth, it began. Hold on, what's that? The tracks ahead have disappeared.
Hit the
I
brakes.
am. Stop the train.
No, Oliver. I said Samson was dead. He's dead now.
You mean the one by the hill?
He is
We
dead.
thought that was the impact of the crash.
D-E-A-D.
The cause of
Dead.
the crash.
Mattel
I
killed
can
him.
judge it. It was just there, in the middle of the line, swallowing all 3 tracks. What the bloody hell has happened here? An earthquake?
He's dead
I
now.
haven't the
You have no
faintest
reason to
idea.
be mad, Oliver. He is
Soil's
dead.
probably weakened.
Mattel
Sinkhole,
killed
I
him.
think. But it's so perfect
And also,
for
you
now.
abducted. Do
And
you
from
not
what they
remember your
say,
reaction
ground
video
won't
to the
happen if
fireworks
you made of
episode? You
sand.
killed
We're
him.
close to the ocean. True, but regardless, there's no way we're getting to Vickerstown tonight.
Oh, dang it, camera.
Passengers weren't too happy about that, but
There.
they knew this was something serious. The return train from Vickerstown to Knapford was cancelled as well. We should reverse back to the station and then get permission to go back to Knapford. Which? Whoever called me just said there was a hole in the rails, not a bloody crater. You get small holes in the rails all the time, so I thought it was one of those. Yes, well anyway, we never got back to Wellsworth.
Yes.
What was that? We better go check. Maybe there's another sinkhole. Wait, stop! Stop! There's a tree on the line! Hang on. There was never a tree there. You're right, and it's too big to move by hand. Well, that's just great.
Oh
Need a
dear.
train.
This is not good.
That'll take hours. We're already delayed. You're right. I'll go phone for help. So he did, and they sent for buses to take the passengers either back home or to Vickerstown. They all disembarked and had to walk a great distance to the nearest road. They then called for a train. Originally, Boko was going to come from Wellsworth, but they found out he wasn't there, and neither was the breakdown crane. So there was a massive delay.
And this is where I come in. They called for me around 2 a.m.
Come on, Henry. We're needed urgently. Gordon's trapped by a tree.
I'm afraid I do know who it is, but I'm afraid I cannot tell you, or else I shall spoil the story. You'll just have to find out for yourself.
Of course, it took him over an hour to get ready. It was so long that I managed to doze off, then wake up again, and he still wasn't there. Well, it's about bloody time. What the? Where'd he go? Where is he? That's strange. Maybe it was someone going down to Brendan Branch. He was very loud. Oh, look, there's Henry now.
It's
Oh
Henry.
my goodness, that's a massive tree. What the hell have you been doing this time? It's 3:30 in the damn morning.
By that time, the fog started rolling in. Quite fast, too. By the time the workmen had hitched up the tree, it had consumed us all.
Thomas 1,
Well,
Edward 2,
that's
Henry
just
3.
great.
The
Now
midnight,
we've got fog.
the night
What
express to
the-
Vicarstown.
What the?
Who's there?
Someone's coming. Hello? Who's there?
James? Edward?
That better not be you, Thomas.
So who was it?
We don't know. Our drivers looked around, but never found anything. Oh, and this is where my memory starts to fade.
Mine too.
Take your time. No worry.
Oh, I know something big happened. I just can't seem to grasp it. Ugh. Last thing I remember is the guard pulling out the video camera for something and...
Wait, video camera? He had a video camera?
Yes, he always does. We had several cases of passengers getting into fights, so we... Hold on. Yes, of course. The tapes. You just need to go watch the tapes.
Okay,
The tapes.
gentlemen. We need to salvage the tapes from that video camera.
Morning, sir. Ah, so tell me, what was on those tapes? Well, I think you need to see for yourself. Huh? What do you mean? Just trust me. No one can quite explain what they saw last night on that screen. And it was quite disturbing, to be honest.
Now, before we continue with this, I am going to ask if anybody gets scared. Now, I'm going to say this. If anybody gets scared easily, like from flash images or like jump scares, I will warn you, you should leave this part of the stream until a bit. But if you're willing to stay, then you have been warned.
Crikey, what's going on out there? What's going on? I think someone is stalking us. Jesus Christ! That was certainly not me. Move either. Shh! Shush! Someone's coming. Oh my God. Wait, why
What
does
is that?
ring a bell? Oh Lord. Oh shit.
Oh dear.
What is it, Gordon?
Holy fuck! Alright, next part.
You got big goals.
Dang it.
We got new ways to reach them. New ways to make that cheddar.
La la.
Savage.
Here we go. I must warn you, this has same flash warning images, so you have been warned.
All right. Now, I'm afraid I cannot explain what was seen in those tapes, but I'd like to make it clear that they were not altered in any way.
So you're suggesting this was paranormal activity?
I am not suggesting anything. I'm just
True.
telling you what I saw. It appeared that in those tapes, the train was attacked by another engine.
Do you have an idea who this engine was?
Well, all I can say is that it looked identical to an engine that was destroyed back in 1925. But again, I'm not making any assumptions. I'm just telling you what I saw. How are you going to deal with the situation? We will continue to investigate the matter thoroughly.
What if it is a real ghost? What are you going to do then?
Yep, we're rolling. Now tell us, what was your immediate reaction when you saw the footage?
Well, I nearly had a heart attack from that video. It was the most shocking thing I had ever seen in my life.
Well, I actually laughed at first because I thought it was a prank and someone had screwed with the footage. My laugh quickly went silent when I saw how pale everyone else was, and it hit me. I had just seen a ghost
On camera.
I instantly knew who it was. My grandfather had told me about this Alfred engine and the damage he had done.
After I realized
It's Alfred.
there was no doubt. I tried to convince myself otherwise, but what I saw was just not from this world.
Well, it appears we have a ghost on the line.
Who are you gonna call?
Well, I see what you did.
Ghostbusters!
What the hell are we supposed to do? Perhaps
If you guys are enjoying the stream, leave a G in the chat.
see what he wants. Are you kidding me? He tried to murder us. He's right, Gordon. From what my grandfather told me, there's no way I'm going to negotiate with him.
But how can you stop him? And what if he strikes again?
The only thing I worry about right now is how everyone will react.
And how did they react?
Oh, it was news all around the world. But the interesting thing is this. The only way it affected the railway was that there were less night trains, as people didn't want to travel at night. So in all honesty, it didn't do that much damage. But oh boy, did people start writing up strange conspiracies.
How did the other engines react?
It's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy? It's when, it's too complicated to explain and not worth it.
Not worth it.
We're all down!
Shut up, James.
I say someone definitely tampered with those cameras.
I don't know what it is, but I can tell you, those tapes do not look like they have been edited. Even 70 years later, I still have the exact image of Alfred stained in my mind, and I tell you, that was the image of Alfred.
There were, of course, more sightings afterwards. Can you tell us about those?
Well, it further cemented my belief that the whole thing was real. First, we saw Alfred on the Wellsworth security cameras. Around 2 a.m., we just casually rolled through the station. Everyone was very confused, but they didn't believe it at first. So the night after, they sent 2 men to investigate. They hung out on the platform with a camera, but Alfred didn't come.
Man, I don't see anything. Oh no. Oh, come on! At the most suspenseful part, too. Hey, I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit. Alright, right here. Alright. Oh dear. Oh no. Hey, Donald Douglas.
Then, I no longer cared whether it was real or not. I only knew that I had to send Alfred back to where he came from.
So, how did you do it?
Well, a few days later, someone came to me who had the answer. Well, hello, sir. What's your name again?
Rogman, sir.
Rogman?
Nathan W. Rogman.
Sir, may I inquire as to why you wanted to see me?
It's about this, paranormal activity. I know how to put an end to it.
Are you an exorcist or something?
No, but I used to work on the Cody Fell Railway, and we had similar incidents to what's going on right now.
Similar incidents? You mean there was a ghost there too?
Before I go further, I must recommend that you keep this information out of the public until we've caught the ghost. Understood?
Of course. Now carry on.
Right. Until a few years ago, I was a guard on the
Oh
Cody Fell
dear.
Railway. I was quite well known.
Now, before we continue, like I said, is if you are scared by any flashing images, make sure to log off right now.
Who? The #1 engine.
Jesus.
Godfrey, who had been scrapped after tumbling down a mountain in 1900, had returned from the dead. He stared at us with his ghostly eyes. We were all still, unable to move in fright. He then slowly moved forward. And we ran back into the coach that had brought us up. Our engine puffed away very quickly. It didn't stop until we had reached the safety of our shed. We had seen a ghost engine.
And what did you do?
Well, we made sure that the press didn't hear about it for one thing, but we had no idea what to do. I mean, what the heck do you do with a ghost? But the answer soon came to us. A driver's grandfather, who was 98 at the time, was once an archaeologist. He knew almost everything about Southern history, from ancient
Wow.
kings and castles and battles. He knew of an object that would rid us of Gudrun's ghost. This object happened to be an old kettle.
A kettle.
A kettle? How is a bloody kettle gonna kill a ghost?
It doesn't kill them. It traps them. According to legend, it was constructed in the 1500s by a mysterious man believed to be a wizard. We don't know much about this man, but we do know he was very interested in the idea of ghosts and paranormal activity. He succeeded in making a kettle that could trap ghosts. No one knows who got a hold of it after this man died, but it eventually ended up in the bottom of Arlesdale Lake.
How did you find it?
We didn't. Archaeologist had it in his possession. He had found it at the bottom of the lake in Arlesdale long before. He never captured any ghosts with it because he never ran into it. Now was the time to put it to the test.
Here we go.
We tracked down Godred's ghost once more. We stared into his non-existent soul. The archaeologist taunted the ghost, encouraging him to run towards him. Godred gave in and shot forward. And just as it hit him, there was a blinding flash. Godred was gone, but the kettle was now whistling, as if the water was boiling. Godred was trapped inside.
Let me guess. You're suggesting that we use this, kettle to trap Alfred?
Exactly. But we have to find it first. After realizing that this kettle was indeed a, well, magical one, the archaeologist was concerned about it going into the wrong hands. It remained hidden in his house until he died. Then his grandson apparently buried it in an old abandoned mine near the Scarloy Railway.
I see. Well, there seems to be no other logical solution. Let's find that kettle. Tell me, where's the grandson of this archaeologist?
But just by luck, I believe he's now a driver on the Scarloy Railway. I've heard he now drives a little orange diesel. His name is Hornsby.
Well, I best inform the official investigator. He'd like to know about this.
Dumbass. interrupting the movie.
Oh my goodness! How did it get so cold all the...
Oh dear God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was my entrance a little too chilling?
What are you doing here?
I should have thought it was obvious. I was the prize of the Eleanor. Adored, admired, glorified. Until you had golden had to come and ruin it for me.
Shut up, Alfred.
You did that yourself. And how are you going to enact your revenge? You're a ghost. You can't do anything.
Oh, really? Have you forgotten our little reunion?
Oh crap.
Oh my God.
He can make stuff fly. Oh fuck.
Well, let's get out of here.
Agreed.
Backing up, backing up, I'm backing up.
Not while your Gordon's fates are sealed. Not while I have this whole cursed railway to haunt.
The next morning, we set off to find this, thing.
What is it they're looking for, driver?
Afraid I can't say. It's confidential. Now come on, off we go.
Are you sure this, tea kettle will be there?
Well, aside from Hornsby, no one's been in the mine since it closed. In fact, not many people know of its existence.
I still can't believe that the solution to a supernatural problem is a ruddy tea kettle.
I can't either.
I saw them last night.
Are you serious?
It was only a matter of time before he did.
I think he's back. Why wouldn't he? He thinks we're the cause of his downfall, and he wants revenge. He wants to haunt us and cause as much mayhem as possible.
If he can push you off the rails and create a sinkhole, who knows what else he can do?
That's what I'm worried about.
I think you should be a little more than worried. You've got a homicidal phantom on a line.
And that is why the Fat Controller is on a secret mission right now. I say, I don't see any kettles in here.
I put it in a trapdoor, if I remember correctly. The trouble is, I don't remember.
What?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. You all right, Topham?
I've had worse, and I think I found your kettle.
Yep, that is most certainly it. Just as beautiful as I remember it.
It looks like it came from Asda. You mean the shop?
All right, very funny. But be careful. This object contains a great deal of power, and it must be used
Delicately. Whoops. Rain. Oh, come on. La 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 la, we don't give a crap. Even though these things get us paid on YouTube, why do they have to appear at the most, like, inconvenient time?
What on earth? Great deal of power, and it
Alright,
must
try
be
this again.
used carefully. Whoops!
Wow.
What on
Rain.
earth? It was sunny. How is this possible?
Sunny.
I think that new fuel might not be a good fit for me. Oh, there they are.
All right, we better get that thing into a safe place before it causes more trouble.
Thank you, Rusty.
You're welcome. Pleased to be of service.
What utter nonsense. I hope this bloody thing works. I will not lose this railway to a disgruntled dead locomotive.
Yeah. It's Croven.
Out of my way, you silly sausages.
I'm staying put, blue buffoon.
No, I wonder if Alfred paid him a visit.
Now that is something I'd pay to see. He's a right coward. He'll probably shake himself to bits.
Or wet the tracks. Oh, look.
Indeed.
The Fat Controller. Good afternoon. We have good news. We found it. Found what? Oh, right. Let me explain. This here is a kettle that can trap ghosts.
I beg your pardon?
You heard him right. This is a mystical object right here.
I take it the engines didn't believe you?
No, not at first. They thought we had nicked it from Burning Man or something. It's a long story, but I'll explain later. Tonight, we've got work to do.
Tonight?
Why, yes, we need to get rid of this ghost as soon as possible.
Well, okay, but do you even need us, though?
Yes, because we need to ram him at speed.
Then Gordon should do it.
But what if something goes wrong? We're going to need more than one engine.
Well, that makes me feel loads better.
You don't understand. He's more powerful than you think. He can levitate things. He's not just a ghost. He's a demon.
A
We'll have to
demon?
trick him somehow. This is not going to be easy.
Yes, you don't need to state the bloody obvious.
Good luck, you two. I'd be there with you, and I'm just not strong enough.
Go and get rid of that evil creature of an engine once and for all! I will say, though, I don't know if throwing a teapot at a ghost will work.
If you make any more snarky comments, you might as well go right in front of us to face Alfred full on, Thomas.
Calm down, Gordon. You're just nervous.
Nervous? Nervous, Henry! I'm bloody terrified, you donut!
Oh, finally.
You donut?
Got the kettle?
Yep, I think we're ready.
Well, I'm not. I don't think any of us are ready, Mr. Wrongman.
I know that. But we've got to get rid of this thing.
Let's go.
Did he just say they're using a kettle to get rid of Alfred?
You've got to be kidding me.
So we
Wow.
left around midnight for Wellsworth. It was one of the most hair-raising journeys I've ever taken. Just before we arrived at Wellsworth, we knew he was there.
Oh no.
Oh, God. Well, where are you? Show yourself.
Oh, how would it be? Well, that's feast your eyes on the life you've destroyed.
Okay, I'm just going to say right off the bat that I'm not going to listen to any of this bullcrap about how we were the reason you blew yourself up. Ever since you arrived on this island, you had this horrible attitude. You were arrogant, rude, and to put it frankly, a great big freaking sociopath. You had many chances to get your act together, but you just wouldn't because all you cared about was domination. You wanted to be on top of the ladder, the best out there. You wanted everything all to yourself. Well, that's not how life works, buddy. You are nothing but a stuck-up green asshole.
And I'm supposed to believe you weren't the same.
In the past, maybe, but not now. Gordon is a well-respected engineer. He is bold, brave, and will not let anything destroy him. He uses his strength to help others in need. He knows what it means to be an engine of Sodor, something you never seem to know.
In your point of view, I tell you mine.
I don't give a damn about your point of view. You tried to murder us. I take it back. You're not just an asshole. You're a savage beast.
Dang.
Bye-bye, bastard. Oh, come on.
Don't bother.
You're a blinking ghost. What are you going to do? Knock me off the rails?
Here we go. Get him. Dang it. Oh dear.
And to answer your question,
No, what are you doing?
teaching you a jolly good.
Oh no.
You're second-rate, Gordon, and that's all you'll ever be.
Oh no, Gordon!
Huh? Oh, come on.
So, you won't stay dead, eh?
Evan 87546, my dearest friend. How are you?
No. 87546 is no more.
My name is Croven, and how dare you call me a friend?
I have to go real quick, but I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I am back. Sorry about that, I had to go do something. Alright, back to the stream.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I see the truth now. I wasn't your friend. I was your pawn, your minion. You manipulated me with your hateful ideologies. And that's your problem, Alfred.
Back to
You
the
have
movie.
no love or sympathy in you. You're full of
You know what?
nothing but
We're gonna
pure
continue the
hate.
stream after this movie.
Which has kept my spirit intact for all these decades. And ironically enough, I love it! You could have joined me, Griffin. But I see my triumph is a solo act. Now why don't you run along?
Why don't you just come and kiss my ass?
Why, you wretched little ingrate!
Go back to hell, you son of a...
Alfred has been slayed.
He's gone. You've done it. Bloody hell. I've forgotten why I don't run. Oh, my legs are aching. I'm confused. I thought we had to ram Alfred at speed.
Apparently, the Fat Controller was going fast enough.
The demon has been smitten.
Hey, I
Yes,
said that.
let him rot in that pit. Now, if you'd excuse me, I must attend to the governor. I can't spend all day wasting time chasing ghosts. I guess he does have more bravery than we thought, just like the man he was named after. Now then, I think it would be prudent if we got the breakdown train.
So, that's it? It only took that tea kettle?
Yes, I know, it's shocking, but you never know what power these little knickknacks have.
Indeed.
Bruh.
Do you have any contact with Rodman now? We couldn't interview him because he's in the United States right now.
Occasionally, but he's a bit of a nutter now. He looks around for other mysterious magical things. In fact, he went to America to find a so-called magic railroad. We gave the kettle back to Hornsby, who discarded it somewhere secret.
The
No
deepest
one
part of the
knows where it
movie.
is. And frankly, that's a good thing. People can't be trusted with magical instruments such as that.
I believe this belongs to you.
And there you go, guys. That was the Alfred Revenge movie, basically. I hope you all enjoyed that. But we are going to actually continue. We are not ending the stream here. We are going to continue for a little while. Oh, yeah, that was when I come. So, what do you guys have any request whatsoever for a movie? Like, any request? What's your request? Oh, we got more requests. Alright, what are your requests? Oh yeah, that one. Hang on. Let me just get to my favorite videos playlist. Oh wait, wrong way. Right? Here it is. Get all my favorite videos. Hang on, it's loading. This is not the move video we're going to watch. I'm just waiting for this thing to load. There we go. Alright, hang on. Now, you guys are actually... this playlist is available to watch. So if you do want to watch this playlist, you can go ahead. Oh, here we go. Right here. And let's full screen it. Hang on, it's taking a bit.
I am a business hotel. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Efficiency. I'm looking for someone.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to his grandparents. And rest in peace to his dog, too. I send respect to you, Manfred. Thunderbird Studio. The book.
Sir Handon, wake up! Sir Handon, wake up! Sir Handon, wake up!
What is it, Peter Sam? Can't an ant have a rest before his next train?
But I have great news!
Well,
Can you guys hear it okay?
I heard from the bin controller that we will have a special guest coming to our centenary to open our extension.
so?
That guest is the Duke.
The Duke? Our Duke?
Yes, Grandpa.
You must have heard wrong.
Nope, the bin controller heard it from the owner, who heard it from Grandpa himself.
Wow, after all these years, we'll finally see old Bulldog. I'll admit, that is worth waking me up.
I wish Duck was as excited as you. He keeps saying.
There are no dukes. They were finally steely, but they've all been scrapped. I'm sorry, Peter Sam, but that's just how it is.
Oh dear, this is dreadful. The Duke is to collapse in Scotland and raise his centenary. What will we do it?
Duck, you do not know better.
Duck told me the Duke isn't coming. It's a shame.
I think that Duck is pulling your wheels.
He was quite serious.
He always jokes like that.
Since when?
That doesn't sound like Doug to joke like that.
Well, you haven't been around him as much as I have.
But to joke to Peter Sun like that.
That's rubbish.
What is all the noise about?
It's about Duck, sir. He said the Duke isn't coming tomorrow.
Nonsense. In fact, Scarlowy, there has been a change in tomorrow's work. I need you to meet the Duke at 11 instead of 10:30.
If there is a Duke.
Shut up, Duncan.
Listen, it's Scarlowy. They're cheering him.
Good. Perhaps that will make up for his disappointment over the Duke.
I brought the Duke! I brought the Duke!
The Duke? Where? I don't see him.
I can't
Oh, hey,
see
Joshua
his head.
V2.
That's one in the headlamp for Doug.
Do you see him? Where is he?
If you guys do not know, Joshua V2 is one of my friends.
Reneus, who's that man riding on Scarlowy? Where is Duke?
The man riding Scar Lloyd is the Duke Peter Sam.
But what? But he's not a Duke. He's not a Duke.
Ladies, gentlemen, and engineers, I have the pleasure in declaring your lovely lakeside roof line open.
Excuse me, Sir Duke. Did you hear?
Gasp!
Louis said you've been listening to Duck. Duck thinks that Dukes were Great Western engines. But Dukes are really people. I am happy to assure you, Peter Sam, that I am a real-life Duke.
Hooray! Poor Peter Sam.
That speech the Duke gave was very nice, wasn't it, Scarloey?
Certainly a treat, and I hope others get to visit our twins in Towin.
And I heard he was opening the castle up in Ulstead.
Oh, that is exciting. What do you think, Peter Sam?
That's fine and all, but the real Duke never came. Rubbish, of course he was real. You saw him. All the same, he wasn't Duke.
Our Duke was an engine.
Huh. You're as bad as he is. All engine Dukes were scrapped. So don't.
Duck doesn't know everything. Why don't you two tell us about him?
Well, it all started when I was new to the line.
Here we go, boys. Into the story. La 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 la. Stupid ads. But like I said, this is what gets us paid on YouTube.
Once upon a time, a little engine lived in his own little shed on his own little railway. That engine was Duke, named after his grace, the Duke of Sodor himself. He was the first engine on this line and wanted everything to be just so. Anything otherwise would never suit his grace. And, you guessed it, I was that engine. Of course, there were those who weren't just so. There was our number 2, Stanley.
Stanley.
His name. And then, in 1904, our number 3 arrived.
Good man you are. This here is our engine number 3. Now, as tradition, we'll name him after the company where he was built. Welcome to Sodor, Falcon.
It's Falcon. Falcon. It's Falcon.
I hope you like it here. Now, Falcon was eager to start work. But he was a bouncy rider.
Stanley, but for the sake. Honestly, what is it with you new engines of your rock ride? You two spill minerals everywhere.
Re-gauged wheels, Dookie. I wasn't built for your dinky railroad, remember?
Railway, Stanley. Remember, it was America anymore.
Whatever. I have some cars to pull, if you don't mind.
Trucks. Trucks, Stanley, trucks.
I'm sorry, Duke. I try not to bounce. I feel so unbalanced.
I've seen you with trucks, Falcon.
Hello, Hector.
Seems to me that you do it on purpose. However, you do try your best with the coaches and passengers. Falcon did seem to care about his work, unlike Stanley. I grew fond of him. Some time passed, but it was about time to send Falcon back where he was been.
Stanley, the other engines are busy with their work, so I need you to shut Falcon to the docks. He needs to go back to England for repairs. And no rough riding. Both of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't see what all the fuss is about. We don't care about a few spills in the States. If you ask me, old Dookie's nothing but an old fusspot and a real fuddy-duddy.
Duke isn't that old.
Ha! He's what, around 30? That seems old to me, kid.
30.
Old like him are all just party poopers.
30 isn't even that old.
Because of their age. You know, I heard that the manager was thinking about you running the mountain road.
Really? I've heard it had an amazing view.
I know, but old Fusspot said that you weren't fit to run it. Said you are too bouncy.
What? But I could do it.
Like I said, thinking he rules the rails.
Hang on.
With you two, Falcon was only gone for a short while. And when he got back, he was a less bouncy engine. I was impressed. Eventually, the manager came to see Falcon.
I'm pleased with your work so far. Those toy trucks really improved your bouncing. Now you must learn the most difficult part of the line, the mountain road.
Yes, please, sir.
So tomorrow, you will go on it with the picnic with Duke.
Duke?
Yes, Duke. He'll explain everything.
Fusspot, fuzzpot, fuddy duddy, fuddy fuddy.
Duke will show me the line. I'm perfectly stable and can handle the picnic on my own. He'll only block your view.
Just tell him you'll leave. Then that old fuddy-duddy will see you just as capable as he is. More capable, even.
Still, it is the difficult part of the line.
Difficult, smithical. If you think you can handle it, then you can handle it.
Stanley, you're stupid.
Or am I right?
Get out of here, you stupid engine.
You're right. I can handle it on my own, and I'll show the old bus pot.
I arrived at the station later that day and got uncoupled so that I could meet with Falcon. To my surprise, that wasn't his plan. Listen, the mountain road is difficult. You for the picnic.
Yes.
And I'll leave.
No, I'll leave. How can I learn the line with you lumbering ahead and blocking the view?
To yourself. But never mind the view. Attend to the track.
Yeah, we already watched some of Henry Thomas 1 Edward 2 Henry 3's films, and this might be the last movie we watch on this list.
I probably should have been at the front, especially with that blocking the view bit from him. But he had been good. Better than Stanley for that matter. I guess I just trusted him.
Away we go!
Ooh! Wow, this is lovely. Look at the track, Falcon. Never mind the view. The mountain road did have a lovely view. However, it was very dangerous for an engine to take its eyes off the track, especially when coming out of tunnels, traveling too fast, which Falcon disagreed. Don't dawdle! Don't dawdle! No hurry, no hurry. Young one, no patience. Soon we approached the tunnel by a workman's cottage. Now, this tunnel was curved and pitch black. You had to be very careful when coming out, as the line curved sharply to the right. Falcon seemed a bit nervous. I wanted to get out! Watch the track, watch the track. How can I, you old tosspot? And today's the season.
Watch out!
Wow, that's a favor.
Whoa!
Help! 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 Quit whining, you idiot. And stop shaking. I can't hold you if you shake. It wasn't long before my driver and fireman and the workmen from the cottage got to work on us.
There. You strengthened the coupling between the two.
Thank you. Now I can manage. Or so I thought. But not
Hello,
long
Donald
after,
Douglas fan.
I felt hot and uncomfortable. I began wheezing alarmingly.
Water. 2 gauge water, quickly.
It was a good thing that cottage was there too. The workman ran up to his cottage and explained the situation to his wife. Then he and the passengers started passing anything that could hold water, hand by hand.
We're winning! Don't stop now!
All the while, Falcon had calmed down. He must have accepted his fate. Don't worry, Falcon. We'll have you back on the rails in no time. I promise. I was gaining more strength as my thirst was quenched. Everyone was working with a will. At last, we cheered when Jim brought the breakdown through. With everyone's help, we were able to get Falcon back onto the rails.
Pull! Pull! Hooray!
It was still quiet though. I promised we'd save you, didn't I? He stayed quiet for the rest of the journey. I didn't bother to tell him to look at the tracks this time. I think he learned his lesson.
and gentlemen, please accept my apologies for the accident. I thank you all for your bravery and help.
Not at all. Your Duke is a hero. He stood firm like a bulldog and wouldn't let go. We admire the way you and your crew put things right and the adventure.
Vulcan and I made our way back down to our berth to bring the passengers home. Vulcan finally decided to break his silence.
Hey, Duke.
Yes, Vulcan.
Thank you for saving me. I don't know why you bothered after I've been so rude.
Ah, well, you just had a new coat of paint. It would have been a pity if you'd rolled down the mountain and spoiled it. That would never suit his grace, my friend. Stanley? What does he have to do with this? He explained the whole story to me all the way to the station, and I explained it to the manager. Neither of us were surprised. The next day, while Vulcan was being inspected for any damage, the manager spoke to Stanley.
Stanley, you've been causing a lot of trouble since you've come here. But yesterday was a whole different level. People could have gotten hurt, not to mention costing a lot of money with all of your rough handling with the trucks. This is your last warning, Stanley.
Stanley stayed silent, at least until the manager left.
A lot of nonsense about a few spills. In the States, a few spills is nothing to worry about. We don't care a dime.
We do here. Would you be laughing if the passengers fell down the cliff? Do the States care a dime about their passengers?
I don't see what that has to do with me. Falcon was the one who derailed.
Vulcan had his doubts before you talked him into it.
The kid wanted advice, and I delivered.
There's a difference between good advice and bad advice, you know.
So it's bad advice to give someone some confidence in his abilities?
It's bad advice to not listen to those with experience in dangerous situations. You'll probably learn a thing or two from his grace.
There's a thing or two I'll say about his grace.
At this point, I'd rather not repeat what that imbecile said. Besides, he would have his comeuppance a few days later.
Oh dear.
Okay, Stanley. It's a very important train, especially requested. So.
Yeah. No rough riding. The coupling looks like it could break. Maybe I should... Hey, get back here!
Oh dear. Fudge.
Oh no.
Run away, train! Jim, you fool! That was a close one. LOL. There goes. How's it getting so much momentum on a flat ground? Surely the buffers will stop it. Come on, buffers, stop the train. And there are no buffers. Wow, the one time you need buffers and you don't have them. Wow.
Well, I was promised a speedy delivery.
Stanley?
Oh no. Look, there's Jim.
Stanley was towed to a shed away from ours. He was silent.
Oh no.
Fortunately for him, the manager wasn't.
I gave you one last chance, Stanley. That load cost us a fortune. And now,
Sir,
stow it. You were off the rails due to your roughness, which I have repeatedly warned you about. Your driver told you about bumping the trucks loose. Well, since you like bouncing so much, how about I take away your wheels? I will make you useful at last.
Oh no.
A pumping engine?
That's what he said. My own wheels felt like they would fall off. I was so scared. At least it's better than being scrapped.
If you say so.
Could we tell Falcon?
No, I'd save it for when the time is right. With Stanley out of the way, there was room for a new engine. And Jerry happened to be the first to meet him.
It's Jerry! It's Jerry Railway Series reference! It's Jerry!
Jerry, what's something for you to do?
And look, there's Tim.
I need you to help the new engine onto the rails.
Yes, sir. I need to get back up to Arsdale for my new engine.
It's Stewart.
So you've arrived at Trunk by rail, and then come to our railway by traction engine?
I guess it was short notice. Something about a green engine derailing further down the line, or something.
Next, it was Falcon's turn to meet him.
Who are you?
This is Stewart. He's a new engine from the Kerr Stewart and Co. Company in England. Stewart, this is Falcon. You two can chat, but I have a train to pull.
So when do I start work? What is there to do? Any special trains like tourist? Or, oh, a train with a name. That would be really special.
Duke will probably like you. Never seen an engine so ready for work.
Who's Duke?
He is Duke. He'll be around to talk. We'll probably be talking about his trains again. I usually just tune him out.
He seems a pretty old engine.
The old one. He was the first one here.
Look, Mom, there's talking in another engine. Who's that one? I don't know. How about we find out from Grandpa? He would know.
No idea.
Grandpa.
I'm making waffles.
No.
Wait, I think an ad's coming on.
Little Ninja, with you two premium.
Huh? I had nickname for Duke. Grandpa.
clever. He'll love that.
Hello there. I'm Duke, named after His Grace, the Duke of Soap. And I presume you're the steward I've heard about.
Yes, sir. Grandpa.
Excuse me, what was that I just heard?
I...
Grandpa. Like Grandpa for an engine. Stewart was a good nickname for you.
Ignorance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not that bad. I actually like it. You scallywag.
Looks like it worked.
Stuart proved to be a hard worker, tackling any job he was given. However, he was rather cheeky and often picked on me. It wasn't long before Vulcan followed suit.
Engines gun.
Engines go. Grandpa goes on forever.
What cheek!
Oh, come on now, Duke.
We know you love us.
More like tough love. I was fond of them, but there is a time to laugh and a time to work. One day, I was pulling the picnic for the summer visitors. This was my special train, where I would take passengers up the line, stopping anywhere they wanted.
Yes, I watch SML.
All the best places for picnics.
Yeah, I watch SML. How come?
Please don't be late when I come back. We might miss the boat, and that would never do.
Yeah, I watch. I actually subscribe to them.
I mustn't disappoint my friends. That will never suit His Grace. The morning run gave me no trouble. It was the end of that journey that left me feeling poorly, however. I was short of steam and glad of a rest before
Okay.
starting back.
Hello, Grandpa. You short of fun?
Nothing of the sort. Routine maintenance, that's all.
Tell you what, Grandpa. You're getting old. You need to take care. We'll have to keep it in order or one day you'll break down.
That'll be the day. You keep me in order. Impudence. But I couldn't stay cross for long. It was a beautiful evening. All the picnic parties were ready, the coaches ran well, and we lost no time anywhere. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Soon we began to climb. It was hard work. I've plenty of steam. We'll be up in a couple of puffs. Or it wasn't a couple of puffs. More like a couple of wheezes. It's not so easy. My old fans would start blowing now. But I'll manage. But my leaks became worse. At the next station, my driver looked all over me, while the guard went to telephone for help. The passengers started to get anxious.
Is there anything we can do to help? We'll leave this our boat.
Don't worry, my friends. You won't miss the boat. I promise you that.
Two engines. We should be away in 15 minutes. You'll easily pack your part.
Surely my valves are worse than they really are. I can continue.
Now then, passengers will be worried.
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh, Grandpa, what a shame you've broken down.
This is the day.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
We stopped at the little station. Vulcan went on to report at the picnic, while Stuart headed Vulcan's train. With me coupled behind.
Fancy rescuing Grandpa. This is the day. This is the day.
Shut up, Stuart.
Poor Grandpa. He's much too old. We'll have to keep him in order now. Tiny.
Silly as Stuart sounded, it was amusing. I didn't know whether to call out his ignorance or to laugh at it. Besides, the driver and I had our own joke for it. Just enough steam to keep you. But at last, we reached the hill before the station. Now, the driver advanced my regulator. I responded with a will.
Whoa, what's that?
Woo! We made it.
What on earth was that, Duke?
Well, I figured you could use some help uphill.
Why are there two engines on this train, Mum? It's most unusual.
It is, but today was different. Stuart broke down.
What?
They had to call Duke out to help him. Duke had a hard job too, by the sound of it.
Poor old engine. It's no good, Stuart. You can't win. Stuart was still definitely a cheeky engine, even after that event. He and Falcon still made fun of me. Though I knew it was out of kindness. They would never try to spite me. Still, I figured it would be wise if I taught them a lesson.
Engines come.
Engines go. Grandpuff goes on forever.
You impertinent scallywags. Whatever are young engines coming to nowadays?
Never mind, Grandpa. They're all the young ones.
Well, you'd better mind. Unless you want to end up like number 2.
What did happen to Stanley? I never hear talk of him anymore.
Oh, Grandpa, whatever happened?
So I told Stuart the story of Stanley. How his rough riding and coming off the rails caused so much trouble, and how I had warned him multiple times to be careful. The latter was the only thing Falcon didn't know.
So, what did the manager do?
He turned him into a pumping engine.
Whoa.
What?
He's still here, behind our shed.
And he's been quiet all this time?
Well, if it's made him grateful by now, I'm all fine with that. He could have been scrapped.
Poor Stanley.
Stuart and Falcon were unusually good for several days. They became much more useful engines. We were happy for many years, sharing laughs and being there for the hard times. But then came even harder times that would change the railway forever. That doesn't sound like Lily's whistle. Or ladies, for that matter.
No, but it sounds like mine, isn't it? My name's John. I'm filling in for Lily while he helps out on the main line.
The main line? What's going on there?
Well, these green engine decided to stay in a tunnel from the rain.
Impertinence. Is it that same green engine that derailed 3 years ago?
No, it was another green engine. And besides that, the power company for small budget just made chicken stock of one sale until then.
Really? I thought they were going to use our line.
They were. But they were then careless and in the noises. Actually, they were.
I don't like the sound of that. And I was right not to. The opening of that line negatively affected our railway. We started having less passenger and goods traffic. We still had summer visitors, but other times the mountain road ran nearly empty. So some of our engines and coaches had to be sold. Driver, weren't we supposed to take the picnic today?
Sorry, why? How did you think so? Remember?
Oh, right.
It's Atlas.
Atlas, what brings you here?
Mine's a clue. Sent me to pick up Stanley off the water.
Are you sure he'll be able to clear it out?
Yeah, chance me now. I have to collect the truck for him.
Well, Stanley, well, you've been a real knucklehead in the past. To put it in kinder words, you have been a quiet enemy these last few years. But if you have anything to say to me before you leave, better say it now.
Yeah, I have something to say to you, Dookie. I'm sorry.
What was that?
I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused back then. After having to see you and Falcon and the others having fun with each other, I've learned that you aren't such a party pooper after all. Especially after that time with the little green one. You know, that last day I was an engine, it wasn't really my fault.
Go on.
The trucks I was pushing, they have some rusted up couplings. I was going to stop, but they broke free before I could. I derailed only because I was chasing after them.
Why didn't you tell the manager?
He wouldn't listen. Besides, even if I said anything, no one would have believed me. It's like Falcon said, I deserve this.
Maybe so. But engines also deserve forgiveness, if they really mean it. And I forgive you, Stanley.
Would you do me a favor? Can you tell Falcon that I'm sorry for causing him so much trouble as well? Even if he doesn't forgive me, at least he'll know.
I will, Stanley. I will.
Thanks, Grandpa.
I stayed strong for a while. I didn't want Stanley to see an old engine cry. You soon moved to the mines. Atlas said it was the hardest he'd seen him work. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. The mines couldn't be saved, and Stanley went down with it. Atlas was sold off too. Where? I know not. All that I know is that Stuart, Vulcan, and I were all that was left. Before we knew it, our line closed, and people came to buy us. But by us, I mean...
You know what takes to be a Vulcan?
What about Duke?
Well, he's just a little too old.
Rubbish. He may be old, but he's just as useful as either of us.
Even more useful, it's all of us or none of us.
Lads, it's okay. I won't have you risk a new life just for my sake.
But Grandpa...
No buts. I'll be fine. I promise.
Right then. Come with me to sign the papers.
Never mind, Grandpa. We'll find a nice railway and then you can come and keep us in order.
I looked at the two engines for the last time. The hearts were in the right place, but I doubted it would ever happen. Eventually, they left. My driver and fireman oiled and greased me one last time.
There you go, boy. Sheeted, snugly. This should keep you protected.
Now the purple man. Don't come in and break me. Don't scare him too much, Duke.
But where will you two go?
By the way, I'm sorry.
We'll miss you, Oswald. It was an honor working with you.
It's been a pleasure to be driven by you two. said their goodbyes and left. Then it was just me, alone, locked up in the sheds. Mrs. Grace, it's not like him to forget me. Well, I'll go to sleep then. It'll help pass the time. I can even tell myself stories. Now, where should I start? Once upon a time, 3 little engines lived in their own little shed on the old little railway. Now I'm just making myself sad. There is a lot ground off.
And that's the story of Duke.
I see now why you were so upset about the Duke. We're sorry, you two.
It's okay. We never believed we could see him again.
Here we go, guys. We're gonna see this part. No.
Little Ninja, with you two, brilliant.
He was built by the Duke, the Balkans, the Duke now, I mean, and
He warned him about riding roughly, but he wouldn't listen. But one day,
They were climbing the mountains, and Duke Tulsa had a falcon.
he arrived from Kronk, and they had to tow him by tractor, so they get to
The station. And they saw a mother and a child going to see their grandfather. And, get this, they decided to call him Grandpa. How brilliant. And
With much noise, he pushed the train up the hill. Peter Sam said he caught him by surprise.
And they left him because they thought him too old.
so he's still out there.
Let's hope so. Ready to go on an engine hunt?
Our railway is laid on the bed of the old one, but swings round to end at the road south of that village. The old line kept straight on. It went north of the village and then to the mountains. The maps show the works at the old station. If Duke is anywhere,
he's there.
Are you writing another book, sir?
Yes, but not about you. Oh, cheer up. It's about a nice old engine who is lost. But if you're good, the artist might put you in the illustrations.
oh, thank you, sir.
There were 3 old engines who used to work on your lines years ago. Stuart and Falcon are now on the Skarloey Railway as Peter Sam and Sir Handel. But poor Duke was left alone.
Oh, that's terrible.
And we want to help find him, mend him, and make him happy once more. Your controller wants to help, but he can't if you're naughty.
We promise to be as good as gold, sirs. Hope you find him.
Okay.
Any luck, sir? Oh, your clothes.
Nothing yet, Rex. Just scratches.
But we're not giving up. Duke's there, somewhere.
I'm going over this hill to see if I can find any clues.
Okay, careful where you
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to delete that.
tread.
This is exciting. I feel so much like Sherlock Holmes, looking for clues seducing the hidden engine. Maybe if I find it, I can say it was elementary, my dear, or dread.
Whoa!
Hey! Honey, are you alright? Oh, I'm fine. I just... He's here. He's here. Our sleeping beauty himself.
Excuse me. You aren't a vandal, are you? driver told me that vandals break in and smash things.
Heavens no. I'm quite respectable. I dropped in because I couldn't find your door. Stuart and Falcon will be pleased to see you again.
Did remember. Does His Grace approve?
Yes, he's coming.
To see me? How kind. And I'm all dirty. Oh, that will never do. Please clean me.
No problem. Well, I'll be. He is the most splendid engine I've ever seen.
Pardon me, but are you His Grace? You look different.
Oh, why, yes. Yes, I am. Sir Robert Mond, the Duke of Stowbrook. As you remember, my father had passed away during the war. He didn't tell me about you, Duke.
I see. I'm sorry for your loss, Your Grace.
Thank you, Duke. But now I have something special to remember him by.
What is this?
It's a low loader, Duke. We have to take you by road.
But I'd be ashamed to travel by road. It's undignified.
I'm sorry, Duke, but the small railway has no suitable tracks to take you. Don't worry. We'll soon take you by rails on the Northwestern Railway to your new home.
Well, all right.
There he is! Hello, Duke.
I'll be King Ori. I never thought I'd see engines smaller than me.
So this is the Duke that Peter Sam was talking about. I owe him an apology.
Peter Sam? See?
He's talking about Stuart. He and Falcon have different names now. Stuart is Peter Sam, and Falcon is Sir Handel. Don't worry, you'll still recognize them.
He's there.
Shh. Shh.
You walk. My young days, engines were.
Seen and not heard, Grandpa. Remember?
I remember all right. I remember two idle good-for-nothings called Falcon and Stuart.
Good for you, Grandpa. We're glad you've come.
We've missed you, Bulldog. We've never forgotten you.
I missed you both as well.
Since you're here last, we can keep you in order now.
Keep me in order? Impertinence! Be off!
Engines come and engines go.
But Grandpa goes on forever. Impudent scallywags.
Ah. And this is where we come to the end of the stream. Well, guys, that is it. That's the end of the stream. I'm afraid this is the end of the stream now, considering I am tired, and two is that I'm gonna go hang out with my friends on Discord. But I seriously hope you all enjoyed this, considering is that I love doing these streams with you guys, but I cannot recommend these things will come out all the time. Oh yeah, to give a shout out to Duck and Oliver, my close friend, one of my good friends on YouTube, we are going to add like a small little clip in the ending, which I know probably Oliver will try to hunt me down for. Alright, hang on. Well, guys, it was a pleasure. It was nice seeing. Oh shit! No, wait, not yet. Well, guys, thank you all for coming on to the stream. Don't forget to watch, like, and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a video, or stream, or short, or whatever. And, well, anyway, see you all next time. Anyway. Bye-bye.